Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 17th to the 23rd. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Scorpio. I would like to personally welcome you to the season finale of March 2025. This is it, okay? You can expect some really big endings, maybe a little drama, yeah? Things may be a little confusing. There may be some misinformation. Venus and Mercury are both retrograde in Aries, right? So just practice patience. You're going to be fine. Your mind, maybe on the past, people from your past, and may come back in your life. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Maybe some colleagues, employees, things like that. Okay. Doctors, even. This is all in your sixth house. Maybe vets or even pets. So it's a really great time to just reevaluate things in your life, okay? Because sixth house is everyday activities. Things are about to pick up. You're about to get really busy, okay? And this week, things may feel a little extra, yeah? Things may feel a little slow as well with Mars, your ruler, your traditional ruler. And, you share it with Aries, right? Mars is direct, which is great, but Mars is still in Cancer. So emotions can be a little bit heightened still, and you may be a little bit more sensitive around things and overprotective. That's what Mars in Cancer does for everybody. But Mars in Cancer is in your ninth house. So that's just more very spiritual for you. It's like you taking time to, really connect with your higher mind. Really great. And, Mars is tiptoeing out of Cancer. We'll be moving into Leo soon. You're about to have major career stuff happen. Huge. Okay. But I want you to know Mars is still squaring Chiron in Aries as well. So you are really doing a lot of healing old wounds, right? Especially with the retrogrades as well. A lot of things from the past. You're just working on yourself, which is great. And so use this time for self-healing, forgiveness, forgiving others, ego's out the door, right? This is going to be a week of a lot of spiritual emphasis for you. And you may also feel an energy of my way or the highways, because it can be aggressive energies with the retrogrades, with Mars square Chiron, with, all this Aries energy. Okay, so you're going to be fine. You don't want to flip any tables. You're going to be good. You're finishing up a major chapter in your life is what you're doing. And if you look at the big picture here, okay, remember, Pisces is the end of the zodiac. The North Node is in Pisces with a lot of other planets. And what does that mean? You're waking up. This is your spiritual awakening. This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You're seeing things. You're seeing things that you want in your life, things that don't make sense. You just had a major lunar eclipse last week. So I love this week for you, but just expect a new chapter, new beginning, a big one. The equinox in Aries is big. We're going to talk about this, but it's big because everything is leaving Pisces. Remember, this is the season finale, okay? Neptune, Saturn, the sun, everything's leaving Pisces, moving into Aries weeks to come. So you're not only starting a new chapter, you're at the brink of a new era in your life. Big, okay? Really big. So I would recommend this week, because you do have Mars in Cancer in your ninth house, and, that can be a thing. I would recommend, meditation, grounding, earthing, crystals, all that stuff. Go outside, spend time in nature, connect, the energy from the earth, get an earthing mat. Okay. I have one under my feet, and it's in my description box. If you want to see the one that I use, it's really nice. Okay. You can do that inside. Work on your chi, prana, chakras, all of that. Really great this week. Really great before you enter this brand new era, connecting with the ether, this life force energy. And I say that because next week is going to be off the charts. Next week. Remember I said Mars, your traditional ruler, is squaring Chiron all month? Well, they go exact next week. You're going to feel that. We have the eclipse in Aries next week. We have the once in a lifetime planetary conjunctions next week. Big. Scorpio, y'all crack me up. I just want you to be prepared, okay? So this is a week. Remember, be responsive, not reactive. Be explorative, be fluid, not regressive, not repressive. Most of all, be open-minded. It's a week of healing, growth, mind, body, spirit. Take the time to heal old wounds. A lot of things are going to be coming up, okay? Remember, a lot of it, you just got to recognize, like, do I want this? Do I want to let it go? There's so much Aries energy that you're moving into. Aries is the fighter, the warrior, the athlete. And I want you to think about that. When an athlete goes into a big game, they don't just prepare physically. If you're an athlete, you know this. It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, okay? I'm telling you this because this week can feel, excuse me, intense. I have a cough drop in my mouth, by the way, because, yeah, I'm still... All right, now, so Mars will be trining Saturn. You're still feeling that, and then Uranus sextiling Saturn. Remember, that's happening April 4th, so we're moving up to that. So you're feeling that this week, too. You're building up to it. That's great. That's wonderful, okay? This is all in your fifth house of... The fifth house is the house of joy and pleasure. And so it's romance, it's true love, it's family, it's children, it's creativity, it's self-expression, procreation, okay? It's, recreation as well. Create is the big, thing here. And so you're finding this big foundation in those areas of your life, and you're also having breakthroughs. As you enter this new frontier, I love it for you, Scorpio, okay? So now, Monday, March 15th, happy St. Patrick's Day. Is it Patty's Day? Are we saying St. Patty's Day? Anyway, the Sun and Uranus, I love it. Great harmony here, wonderful with partnerships, relationships for you. Tuesday, March 17th. Oh, by the way, oh my goodness, the big thing for you. Well, March 18th, I know it's not any, and we're going to talk about the second spread. And this is actually going to be more impactful for you than the personal planets, I believe, because the moon will be in your sign Monday to Wednesday. And the aspects that it's having, oh my gosh, okay? So buckle, it's big. And when the moon is in your sign, it can be a little intense. But on March 18th, we do have a water trine. It's wonderful. It's beautiful, this golden triangle with the moon in your sign, Saturn in Pisces, Mars in Cancer. Really great for family, lovers, dreamers, all of that. Okay? Again, we'll talk about the second spread because it can be emotionally intense, but it's wonderful for you. And then Wednesday, March 19th, we have the Sun conjuncting Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees. Remember, that's a critical degree. Everything's leaving that 29 degree point, moving into 0 point, Aries, right? So big. This is a Neptune Cazimi. It's rare. Listen, this is your imagination soaring. This is dreaming big. This is creativity, love, compassion. That's divinity, Scorpio. This is what makes you human. This is what makes you you. What makes you unique. This is the sun. It's your life force. It's your willpower. Use this, okay? You could find your intuition, compassion, all of that really, really heightened this day, the day surrounding this day with the moon in your sign as well. You pay attention to your dreams. Neptune is dreams, okay? They're telling you messages. And please, Scorpio, FTLOG, are you working on your vision boards? I'm not messing around. This is This is it, okay? Please do it, okay? And you may feel very compelled here to do it. Neuroscientists talk about visualization all the time. It's a big thing. It activates neural pathways in the brain. This is real stuff. This is science. It's not just hermetic principles. It's not just like manifest. It's real science, real experiences. It builds new neural pathways. It increases your confidence. Please do a vision board. Visualize this day. What do you want? Jim Carrey, you know the story. He wrote a check for $10 million every night. Every night. What do you think he got? Okay, he got more than he, you know what I mean? Like, so do this, please. I want the best for you, Scorpio. Now, artists, by the way, if you're a creative type, Off the charts. Off the charts. Use this. It's happening in your 5th house of creativity. Use this. Okay? This is going to be one of your best days. If you're a painter, poet, it doesn't matter. Just art, your creativity is going to come out, because remember, it's not just the sun conjuncting Neptune. It's the sun conjuncting Neptune conjuncting the North Node and Saturn. And then even the moon in your sign is going to be harmonized. Like the trines that your moon is going to have. It's just, I really want to hear from you. I really want to know what's happening for y'all, especially around this day. It's just really big, okay? Now, the one thing I'm going to say, remember, with Neptune at 29 degrees, and even with it's a strong aspect with the sun, keep a foot on the ground. Remember, Neptune does have those lower expressions of illusion, delusion, fantasy, escapism, doom scrolling, like things like that. You just, why, right? So you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. Again, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. And then you got, by the way, with the moon moving into Sagittarius, like midweek, yeah, that's going to be big for y'all too, because that's money. Anyway, Thursday, the big one, right? March 20th, sun moves into Aries, the equinox. Happy equinox. Happy spring. What? Yeah, time is speeding up. Happy spring, happy fall in the southern hemisphere. Listen, it's not just the sun moving into Aries. You got the moon moving into Sagittarius too. This is fiery. This really fiery. Sagittarius rules your 2nd house of money, salary, income, but also self-worth, self-value. That's like the big thing here for y'all. Confidence. Anyway, you got Venus, the sun, and Mercury. A stellium in Aries right off the bat at the equinox. And the sun is exalted in Aries, meaning it does its best here. It's not just, in its chariot. It's in its chariot being carried by, people. Like, this is big. And like I said, everything is getting very Aries heavy soon. And Aries is the ram. It's the I am. Know thyself, right? Socrates. How do you know thyself? Your interaction with other people. And this is going to be big for you, because Aries rules that area of your chart, your 6th house. Not only your everyday activities, your routines, your lifestyle, but the people you work with, colleagues, employees. And then a lot of health matters here. And that can be, all types of health. But that's why I said, like, doctors, physical therapists, nutritionists, vets, because 6th house rules pets as well. Some of y'all may be getting new pets, but it's even like mental health, like just your connection with other people. Yeah. That's how you know yourself. Anyway, I said in your 2025 forecast, I said in your March forecast, I think I said in the beginning of this forecast, this is when the year starts. This is when the astrological calendar starts. It is the equinox. This is the 0 degree point of Aries. It's the Aries point. This is the beginning of the beginning. This is refreshing. It's exciting. Listen, you know about ancient megalithic structures around the world from thousands of years ago were built to mark this moment. All our wisdom comes from the ancients, right? So anyway, I talk more about this in my March astrology overview live stream. I'll leave it if you want to, because it's a big deal. And I think even my last live stream, if you want to know why, well, A, we don't know what year we're in because the calendar system has been tinkered with so much, right? So by default, always know that it's the equinox is the March. It was the beginning of the year. Anyway, this is, and it's because things come to life. Yeah. Things come to life coming after that lunar eclipse. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Now, Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, as I mentioned. It's a sun in Aries. This is go big or go home energy. It's very entrepreneurial, very pioneering. All outer planets are direct. I mean, you've got nothing, right, in your way. You have these retrogrades. It's just time to reassess, right? But this is your time. Remember, Aries is the I am. And this is all building up to the new moon solar eclipse in Aries we will have next week. Your life is about to change in a really big way. So give yourself permission to have some fun right now, to have some change. And as I always say, especially around this time, don't live a little, live a lot, live a lot. You got one life to live. Okay, Scorpio? It's all about you. Now, remember this week we have something very extraordinary happening in Scorpio. We've got Saturn, Neptune, North Node still conjuncting in Pisces. That, remember, is expanding your consciousness. Okay? You're putting yourself on the path, your destined path to your enlightenment. Okay? Remember, you create your reality. Now, at the same time, now you got the Sun, Mercury, and Venus conjuncting in Aries all week until March 27th, actually. So remember, and I want you to envision this. Think of a house party, okay? The Sun, Mercury, Venus, they're not in different rooms. You don't have the Sun, by the pool. You don't have Mercury in the garage. They're doing a three-way dance on the dance floor. They're all interacting. They're holding hands. They're hugging. This is a conjunction, a three-way conjunction. So this is powerful. It's in your sixth house. And so everything is changing for you. Everything. Okay? Remember, sixth house is also like self-care and things like that. Anyway, Aries energy in your sixth house, there is, Aries is like very like self-sufficiency, self-starting, like that kind of energy. It's all about taking action. Okay? Remember, you're on a karmic journey. I've told you this in the past. Karma in Sanskrit literally means action. That's why I would say take inspired action. Now, Friday. Ooh, wow. Wow. Okay, are you ready? Venus is going to succeed Pluto. Now, what I want you to do, Scorpio, I want you to think back to February 7th, just a month ago. Yeah? I told you then, hey, we're going to have this again, but Venus is going to be retrograde. Now, what's happening? Venus was direct February 7th. Venus is now retrograde. So something around February 7th is coming back up around this weekend that has to do with relationships, with money, with creativity, with work, with colleagues, with employees, with health, all of that. But really money. Really money. Venus is wealth. Pluto is power. Pluto is, wealth too. But listen, in a whole other way, but Pluto rules your fourth house. So also home, real estate matters. A significant other, family, children, all of that in the mix. Okay? Yeah? So, you also see the Sun sextile Pluto. That's the Sun. So that's powerful. You're going to start feeling that Friday too. So actually on Friday, you have Venus and the Sun sextiling Pluto. So Pluto being your modern ruler, right? Did I say Mars is your traditional ruler? Pluto is your modern ruler. This is going to feel absolutely big. And there is an intensity here with the Sun sextile Pluto and Venus. Anyway, with Venus, it's all about your desires, things that you value. What brings you pleasure? All of March, you may have been reassessing that. Relationships, intimacy, finances. Now, Pluto is bringing that depth, okay? So you're going deep here. You're going deep on a psychological level. Excuse me, asking yourself these questions. Yeah, I know. I'm still a little under the weather. It's like, when am I going to get better? It's happening now, okay? I'm at like 98%. Scorpio, so like I said, you're going to go deep here. It's deep. So you are definitely going to be harnessing your inner Mulder, Scully, Velma, Daphne, okay? The entire CSI team. You got a microscope on this day, okay? Around this day too, because it's sextile. It's going to be a few days on everything that Venus represents for you. So are you going back to a relationship? Are you curious about an ex? Are you not satisfied with your relationship with a colleague? Are you not satisfied with your salary? Are you not satisfied with your savings, your 401k, the royalties you made off, the book that you wrote? A lot of these things are going to come up. A lot of things are going to come up. And it could just be like, what if? Like a lot of that with the retrogrades, But either way, this is empowerment. Use this, okay? Because remember, Pluto's all about your future. It's all about your future. And this is a really good time to know what you want. Everything that you desire, put it toward your dreams, your goals, all that. Remember, you got North Node, you got so much happening. You have a lot of family stuff happening as well as children. You got a big overlap this weekend with that. Remember, you're intersecting Saturn. That's happening April 4th. We're building up to that. You're feeling it now. Those are Aquarius as 2 rulers. And with Pluto and Aquarius, this 4th house, the foundations of your life, that's going to be strong energy here. Big, okay? And it can be you building up to this point of no return. Make it or break it. Like, I no longer want this. I want this. Yeah? Okay, so Saturday, March 2nd. Actually, we got a Venus Cazimi. This is great. This is going to bring you some clarity. It happens once a year. So it's rare. And Venus, remember, is retrograde. It's in the heart of the sun. So you got the hottest planet with a really hot star. It's fiery. It's in your 6th house. So this is going to bring a lot of clarity, awakening, wake up call. It's your wake up call. It's a big refresh, purification, purging, all of that. Everyday activities. Is there something you need to shake up in your daily routines? Is there something here that you need to see, something that you needed to see, right? Have this mental breakthrough, light bulb moment when it comes to your everyday activities or work or your relationship with colleagues, employees, or health, pets. Anyway, remember the sun conjuncted Saturn last week. So we had a Saturn Cazimi last week that you're still feeling. And that was the last in our lifetime. Remember, Saturn is leaving Pisces. Anyway, that was in your 5th house. So a lot of like things that bring you pleasure and joy anyway. So you are on the brink of bringing a lot of structure into this new changes that are happening. And it's making you more excited. Okay. Sustainability, structure. And Saturn's those, reality checks. So with Venus dredging up things from the past, just keep that in mind, okay? You could be thinking about like the one who got away, right? Former lovers, the job that I want, or even like if you're in a relationship, like maybe even moments that you had with your current relationship that were really great. They're, convincing you to stay, things like that. You're just going through big, it's a big week for you, Scorpio. And again, a lot of career stuff, a lot of work stuff here. Maybe even like, that person I worked with like 10 years ago, maybe, they were really good with math, and maybe we want to start a math business together. It's all up to you. Now, if none of that matters to you, this is just a very romantic day. Remember, Venus has been retrograde all month, so it's been very like Rachel Ross, will they, won't they, Yeah, they will. This is the big kiss. This is the big, woo, the audience clapping. Love, compassion. Now, if romance is off the table, if you don't care about that, great day to put wheels in motion for creative projects, things that you just want to do. Give something life, right? Remember, you got that refresh, that clarity. It's like that, it's like a thought bubble over your head. And you're like, the light bulb in there. Start a business. Start researching. If something with finances, start, open up a vet. Like, you've got a lot of pet stuff. So use this, okay? Make things happen. It's coming after the equinox. The moon will be in Capricorn all weekend. That's very no nonsense. It's very like, let's get the job done. And it will be semi-square Uranus. We'll talk about that in the second spread. That's going to be big. Remember, Mercury and Venus, they are going back to Pisces next week. We'll talk about that next week. That's why next week is so big. There's like 30 things happening next week. But anyway, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your husband, your kid, your cat, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, You got to feel this the most. Okay? Or if you know your birth chart, if look at the Aries area of your chart. If you have any planets in Aries, 0 to 4 degrees, you'll feel it. C'est la vie. It's great. It's great. Now, Sunday, March 23rd. So like I said, the Sun sextiling Pluto. This is also very, very, very powerful. You're going to start feeling it Friday. This is rare. It happens twice a year. This is intense. It's the Sun now. And, this is power. This is power plays. This is empowerment. Remember, Pluto moved into Aquarius the first time in 250 years. Nobody on this planet has experienced this aspect. I love this sextile. It's really great. Aries, the Sun in Aries, Pluto in Aquarius. Aries and Aquarius, they actually have something in common. They have that very strong, nonconformist, independent, marching to my own, that kind of energy. So use this. The Sun and Pluto together, that's a powerhouse. It's also really deep. Remember, very forensic, very revealing. You could be revealing things. Okay, things are coming to the surface, but this is also you just being a force to be reckoned with. And again, there's going to be a lot of activity here in home, family, your fourth house. Okay, significant other things that have to do with the foundations of your life, maybe even real estate. So know that you're about to have this big, powerful transformation. This is the Sun sextiling Pluto. This is you feeling absolutely driven with personal goals, achievements, glory, nothing's stopping you now. I'm achieving this no matter what. I feel it in my bones. I'm unstoppable. I'm all about success. Remember, I said in your monthly forecast, a lot of royalty in the past have had this aspect in their charts. They've baked into their lives. Tom Brady has it. Sophia Loren, Albert Einstein, Bob Dylan. Harness that energy. Okay? You're going to be amazing. You're going to be amazing. All right? By the way, I'll tell you later. No, I'll tell you now. You know how I said we're going to have it twice a year? Well, we're going to have it again in November, right before your birthday season. The Sun will be in Sagittarius at that time. So that's going to be really fiery. Fire and air do really well together, but it's going to be something here with money for you in November. Big. Let's get started, Scorpio, for the week of March 17th to the 23rd. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Scorpio. Oh my goodness. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I do a traditional cultural cross spread. Did you even hear? I was like, blah, blah, blah. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Excuse me. Offers the best overview for weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, oh yeah, you know that we will. Scorpio, I love it. Y'all are amazing. Okay, so and I love it. Okay, so okay. That's going to be a clarifier for the entire spread. Okay. Well, you're moving forward. You already know what you want. Now you're bringing that stability. You're good. Wow. Okay. Interesting. You got the Hierophant. So remember, I said spirituality is going to be a really big thing for you. And when I say spirituality, obviously that means something different to everybody, right? It just, at the core of it, it's just what makes my life meaningful, right? That's what it is. And sure, there's this sense of like what I said, divinity, everything I said, love, compassion, creativity, it's the reason why you're not a robot, right? That, again, makes you human. Anyway, you got the Hierophant, which is really great. And so this is someone that is very divine. He wears a triple crown. He's got the keys at his feet. He knows everything, right? Hierophant. And it's very, even if you break that word down to its etymological root, you got hero, eros, right? Sacred. And then font, finan, to reveal. So you've got all that sacred knowledge. Your spirituality is really heightened. And then remember, you've also got the North Node in Pisces, which is very spiritual anyway. So this is really great. And like I said, there may be some things that you reveal. There may be some things that you are teaching other people. There may be things that you're being a leader right now. You see the two monks at his feet? You can't lead if there's no one there to lead. They're here for a reason. It's that first card in the Major Arcana where other people actually appear. Remember, I said for you, there's that connection with other people. So be that leader. Okay? You've got all that wisdom. You're going to be feeling it this week. You see the two columns here from Solomon's temple. You've heard about the story of Solomon, right? The wisdom of Solomon. Okay. Four of Pentacles and the heart of your spread. So, like I said, it's going to be a big week for you, building that foundation. This is great. Just listen, prioritize you with all this Aries energy, but don't close yourself off. Don't let, because you listen, like I said, money may be a thing, this week. You got Jupiter and Gemini anyway, and Jupiter will have an aspect this week, or the lunations, the moon transits. Anyway, this is just building that foundation that I said for you. You're going to feel it more over the weekend you're going to start feeling it from the beginning of the week with the moon in your sign, having all these aspects with your fifth house. We'll talk about that with the Pluto sextiles over the weekend. Ooh, yeah, that's your fourth house. And there you go. This is all, it's four. Four is all about order, putting things in order, stability, that structure. I talked about that. Think about four legs of a table. That's what this is. Okay? So with finances, with wealth, but in your physical world, pentacles are your physical reality. And so you see the crown or the pentacle on his head. He's got one. He's really hugging one tightly. He's standing on two. Well, he's got one on his crown, and which is just, silly that when you're standing on your pentacles, you're disconnected from earth. Remember, I want you to do some earthing. I want you to go out there or get an earthing mat, or, I want you to connect with the natural frequencies of the earth. When you are holding that pentacle so tightly like that, you're crossing off your heart. Yeah. So again, this is fine, putting things in order, but don't let the money own you. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't stress. Don't because he's so he's unbudgeable. You want to be flexible this week. Okay. Now you also have judgment in your challenge area. So remember, you want to have that. The judgment is all about having that that aha moment. Okay. That spiritual awakening. That's what this card is. It's right before you get to the world, which is the end of the Major Arcana. So you got to really know who you are. You got to really see what you want. Remember what I talked about, meaningful life experiences? Well, that's Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet, waking the dead. They were dead, and now they're awake, and now they're seeking meaningful life experiences. And so really connect, okay? Really connect and have that moment. And don't be afraid to, go deep. Don't be afraid to have that big moment of clarity, that big aha moment, especially on a spiritual level. Yeah? Things that have to do with home. Because you've got the Four of Pentacles, which I already told you is the foundations of your life. Okay? And it is attributed to Capricorn. But it's going to be, again, that's really, with the moon in Capricorn this weekend, you got judgment attributed to the planet Pluto with all the Pluto aspects over the weekend while the moon is in Capricorn. So really, again, it seems like maybe the weekend might be a really big thing for you. But just don't be afraid to have that awakening. Now, the other thing is, it just seems like I feel like there may be something here where it's coming. It's coming. And I want you to be prepared for that. Okay? There may be something that happens. But again, you got to be open to it, not crossing off your heart, not disconnecting from other people. He's outside the city. You got the King of Cups in your crown. That's great. That's you. That's Scorpio. He's, it's just you appear like you'll be in your element, especially with the moon in your sign. King of Cups, very sympathetic, very empathetic, very, he leads with his heart. He has so much heart and love to give. He's got a lot of self-love, very emotionally stable, okay? But just don't hold in any emotions. Eight of Wands. And the root of your spread. That's great. Things are happening. You know that. I told you. Things are happening. Things are happening fast. Okay? And you're going to feel that. This week, you're going to feel it. Things are going to be happening fast. You got the Eight of Wands, which is all about movement. It's all about, like, things are happening. And Wands are very work-related. You got a lot of work stuff moving into this Aries energy. We're about to get busy. Things, and it's very possible something's landing for you. Something's coming through. Again, like I said, I would be prepared for that. There could be something like really big coming through. It's really nice. And it's almost like you know it. You know it. You're on your path, and then you have the Page of Swords in your future. Page of Swords is a really big messenger. Okay? And so this is really great. There's the Page of Swords in your future. But the bigger thing here is there's something new. Page is bringing that fresh new energy. And this is a new way of seeing things, a new way of thinking. This is enthusiastic. This is very enthusiastic. It's like, a mall security guard, just started his job. He's like 21 to Page, right? He's like, yeah, he's got the hat on, all of that. He's into it. That's you. There's something new here for you. That's really, really great. And it's going to open your eyes, but just let's open, don't let the physical world really root you down. Okay. And then you'll be fine. And actually, you know what? You saw your last week's reading, right? You have the Page of Swords and the heart of your spread now in your future. Okay, so that's why I talk about that progression. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. What was I gonna say? Oh gosh, what? I already forgot my line. Oh, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I appreciate all that. I love y'all. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, we were gonna use that as a clarifier. Well, okay. Well, you're good. Oh my gosh, you're good. You're great. Like you've got. You're wonderful. Look at this. You may just be okay. So. Come on, you're good. I just said, there is something that it's like right there. The moon. Okay. So the moon is just saying, listen, there may be some emotions that you're going through this week, obviously with the moon in your sign for the first half of the week. Yeah, it's going to be deep. And then, the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. Remember you got a conjunction there. You got the North Node in Pisces in your 5th house. And so there could be a lot of things here where overlapping with all the Pluto activity as well. And even I would throw in Mars and Cancer, your traditional ruler, and your 9th house. So there just may be something here where it's like, let's face the things that we have to face. Remember, sometimes we have to do that. Or we will do that when Pluto is so intensely active, right? Like going deep, not being afraid. And so there you go. That's that. Okay. So it could be an emotional week for you, but use it. Harness that energy for empowerment. Coming out on the other side, saying, I got this. I've graduated. I'm ascending. Yeah, I'm ascending. You got justice. You're fine. You have justice on your side, your external factors area, justice, which is all about fairness and truth, being true to yourself. This is, if you're asking yourself, like, hey, am I doing the right thing? I don't know. All these retrogrades are making me. Yeah, there's someone on your side that's going to show you, yeah, you're making sound karmic decisions. and therefore you're going to be rewarded. You're taken care of. Justice is on your side here. Okay, justice is heavily associated with karma. And it's all about that balance. So remember, also for you, you see that sword in the judge's hand again, as well as the scales. And the other hand, so this card itself, even if you look at it, it's got this great symmetry. So it's all about that balance. It's all about that harmony. So cut anything you don't need from your life, yeah, that you don't want moving forward. You got the Emperor as well. I mean, I talked about power. I talked about empowerment. I talked about how that's happening for you, and that's what you want, and that's what you're gonna have. You're on your path. Like, this is wisdom. This is power, passion, protection. He's a ruler of his destiny, and he's Aries. Remember, you're moving into all that Aries energy. You even see the rims in his throne here. Okay. Lastly, you have the Knight of Swords. There you go. Who are you? Come on. You go for the Page of Swords in your future. Like, things are happening. The Eight of Wands and the Radiator spread, things are happening, especially up here. Okay. Really great. Really wonderful. I would blend, like, you know how I always say you have the physical mind and you have the higher mind. Merge the two, especially with the King of Cups in your crown. But that's great. He's also very intuitive, you know. So anyway, Knight of Swords, this is bold. This is courageous. This is that Aries energy I'm talking about. He's going into the storm. Nothing's going to stop. He's a knight. And the swords are your thoughts. It's communication, it's intellect, it's, you know, processing things. Something's getting you really excited. There's something new that you're just like, nope, not turning back. This is fearless energy. And I always say, you know, fear is fiction anyway, but he is fearless. He's not afraid to explore and to go to those places and to have those conversations and that he needs to have. And then, wow, remember I said that last card that I pulled. First of all, look, all these, you know, you got so many like major arcana and court cards. You're good. Like, well, it's going to be a significant week for you, but, you know, there you go. You got the Ten of Pentacles, clarifying this whole thing. You have, this is a card of success. This is a card of prosperity. This is a card of, like, your physical realm. Okay. This is, you know, Pentacles, you see the 5-pointed star. I mean, this is big. You know, let me just tell you something real quick. This is, I mean, it is harmony, but it's this connection to the divine. This is all about the golden ratio. I'll get into it another time because I'm, you know, running out of time here. But, you know, the 5-pointed star, really big, and alchemy, really big, and hermetic principles, really big. And, like, I mean, even traced back to, like, Babylonian times. Yeah. Because it wasn't just air, fire, earth, water. It was air, fire, earth, water, ether. Yeah. Ether. And so this is that magic in the air. This is everything. This is the spirit of consciousness rising above matter. Anyway, when you get the 10 of Pentacles, yeah, you're good. Remember, I said you have a lot of family stuff. You have a lot of, you know, relationship stuff. You have a lot of home stuff. Look how big this castle is. Look at, you still got harvest in this card. This card is all about, like, generations of family as well. This card is highly associated with like inheritance, like, you know, maybe your parents are retiring and they're handing you their business. Like, you're good. Anyway, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Yeah, the second spread, we're going to get into it. We're going to pull a lot more cards. I want to look at some things for y'all, especially this semi-square. Next week, like I said, Scorpio, big week, get pumped. Get pumped up for next week. I mean, we've got the new moon solar eclipse. We have, you know, the once in a lifetime planetary conjunctions that are happening. That's a lot of planets. That's all of them, basically. Like, literally the entire solar system. We also have our Mercury Cazimi. We have Venus and Mercury going back to Pisces. We have Mars squaring Chiron exact, big. And then the biggest thing of all, Neptune moving into Aries the first time in 164 years. Nobody on this planet alive has experienced that unless you are a vampire. And one last thing, it will be my 3-year anniversary, okay, of launching this channel next week. So really excited. And I launched it at a new moon in Aries. There's always a reason you want to start things at the Aries point. Please take my advice here. Y'all are amazing, Scorpio. If you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much, Scorpio. Bye-bye.